This video is an introduction to integrating Google Classroom with Google Hangouts so that you can host live sessions with your students where you can talk to them. Hangouts is great because it has a comment function where you can have this little chat box going with your whole class. It can be a little tricky to use because you do need to make sure that everyone's muted. It helps if they turn their own cameras off, and it can be a little bit slow. So you want to make sure that you're using the best computer that you have access to in order to do this. We're also going to be running a screen recording software at the same time. So it really is best if you can use a high power computer. So if you've never created a Google Classroom, here's how you would do it. I'm sure that most of you already have a Google Classroom up and running. And if you haven't used it before, you can just click Next and it'll teach you all about how to use Google Classrooms. So this is our stream area. That's where we're going to be talking to our students. If you go over to People, we can add in our students. And if you go over to our classwork tab right in the middle, that's actually going to be where we want to set up our Google Hangout. So we're going to click on our Google Calendar, and you want to click on the day that you want to host your class. It's going to be really easy for us to make these recurring classes. So if you want to make sure every Friday, for example, people are joining in on your classroom and having this hangout on Google, this is a great way to do it. Just go ahead and click on the day that you want to host that class. And when we click on more options, we can go ahead and give it a name. You can choose if you want it to be an all-day class, if you want it to only be from certain hours. And this is going to allow us to invite guests to the actual event, or it'll give us an option later on to share just the link to the Hangout. So we're going to make this a reoccurring class. We're going to do it every Tuesday and Thursday, and we want to click the Add Conferencing. This is the really important part. We'll click on Hangouts, and that will allow us to get a shareable Hangouts link. We can also set some notifications, so if you want to be reminded about the class or about the Hangout, you can just go ahead and click and make it notify you the day before or the day of or a week before, totally up to you. So we'll save that event, and then if we go back and click on the event, we can click Join Meeting. And when we click on Join Meeting, that'll allow us to get the link for the Google Hangout. It'll bring us straight to it, and it might tell you that your camera's blocked or that it might ask for permission to use your camera and your microphone. Just allow it to do all that to have the best class possible. It'll allow you to join the meeting and then invite people. You can invite people straight from there, or you can just copy the link to share it. Copying the link is a really easy way to just put it into the stream in your Google Classroom. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to our Google Classroom, head over to the stream, let our students know, all right, this is how we're going to share the classroom. And you can also schedule this post. So you don't have to post it immediately. If you wanted to post Tuesday at 9 o'clock as a reminder, that's a great way to do it as well. So we have our link shared for our students to access, so they can click right on that and be brought straight to the meeting where they can choose to mute their own microphones and turn off their cameras, which is something you might want to include in that stream post, just letting them know what their expectations are before they join. You can invite people if you see that they're not there yet. And you can also choose to share your screen. You can get some help on there, and you can go to the chat tab if you click on those 3 circles in the upper right hand corner. So back on our Google Classroom, we really like to use Loom. It's a screen recording software. It is just a Chrome extension, so it's super easy to use. You basically just click a button and it'll start recording your screen for you and record all the audio. This is a really easy way to record your sessions with your students, go back and look at what they were talking about, see if there are any questions that kept coming up. And it's also a really easy way to share the link. So if you go to the video and you click the lower right-hand corner, there's the link button. You click on that to copy it. And if you go back to your Google Stream right after the class is finished, you can share that link with everyone if they want to go back and review it, or if they want to view it if they maybe weren't able to make it into the Google Hangout. So that's a great way to be able to share your software with your students. If you have any questions, go ahead to the links in the description. We are trying to be as supportive as possible for teachers in this difficult time. So go ahead and let us know whatever you need. You can add comments in this video.